Most people don't realize how early muscle decline actually begins. You might assume it starts around your 60s or 70s, but in reality, it can begin as early as your 30s if you're not paying attention. You'll notice it in small ways first: more soreness after workouts, longer recovery times, maybe even that feeling that you're just not as strong as you used to be, even though you're doing everything the same. But here's what's really happening beneath the surface. Your body's ability to build and repair muscle is slowing down, and it's not just due to age. It's due to invisible deficiencies that creep in and sabotage your efforts before you even know they're there. Muscle building is not just about lifting heavier or eating more protein. There are deeper biological processes involved, processes that rely on micronutrients, enzymes, neurotransmitters, and hormonal balance. And when just one of those things is off, your entire system suffers. One of the biggest culprits, a missing mineral that's critical for over 300 different enzymatic reactions in the body, many of them directly tied to muscular function, energy production, and recovery. When this mineral is depleted, it causes a subtle yet powerful chain reaction. First, your muscles don't contract and relax properly. Then your ATP production, the cellular energy currency, starts to drop. That means you don't have the same energy during your workouts, and even worse, your recovery tanks afterward. You start feeling drained instead of energized. You're inflamed instead of repaired. Over time, your body starts breaking down more muscle than it builds, and the process of muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, begins to accelerate. But here's the twist: this entire downward spiral can be prevented and even reversed without needing a single supplement if you understand what your body's truly asking for. It's not asking for more protein shakes. It's not begging for more caffeine. It's signaling for help in a much more fundamental way. It's asking for this mineral that fuels the core of muscle metabolism, and yet most of us are chronically deficient in it. That's why you can be training hard, eating clean, sleeping 8 hours, and still not seeing the gains you expect. Because if this mineral isn't present, your body is in a constant low-grade state of tension and fatigue. Muscles can't fully relax without it. Neural signals don't fire optimally. Hormones involved in recovery, like testosterone and IGF-1, don't function efficiently. Even inflammation becomes chronic because your system can't regulate oxidative stress. Now here's what's even more surprising. You don't need to run to a pharmacy or shop for high-end supplements to fix this. Your body prefers to get this mineral from food anyway, because when it comes through whole, natural sources, it arrives with the cofactors needed for optimal absorption and usage. That means instead of just passing through your system, it actually gets used at the cellular level to rebuild and regenerate. What we're really talking about is unlocking your body's innate power to grow stronger, faster, and more resilient, not by adding more complexity to your routine, but by returning to the basics that actually work. By giving your cells the resources they've been starved of, you create the conditions for growth, real growth, sustainable growth, the kind of growth that doesn't just show up in your physique, but in your energy, your sleep, your recovery, your mental clarity. And once you understand how this mineral operates, you start to see muscle growth differently. It's not just about pushing harder in the gym. It's about aligning your biology with your effort. It's about working with your body, not against it. Because when your internal environment is optimized, your external progress follows, and it happens faster than you think. That's the power of rebuilding from the inside out. Most people hear the word mineral, and they think of something small, something optional, almost like a background player in the grand picture of health. But what if I told you that one specific mineral isn't just important? It's absolutely essential to the process of building muscle, increasing strength, and accelerating recovery. This isn't hype. This is biology. This mineral is involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions that are central to muscle function, cellular energy, and even neurological performance. In fact, without it, your body cannot perform at a high level. No matter how clean your diet is or how hard you train, the human body is electric. Every thought, every muscle contraction, every heartbeat is the result of electrical signals firing between cells. Those signals are made possible by the movement of ions, charged particles, across cell membranes, and the mineral we're talking about plays a key role in managing those electrical charges. It helps regulate the balance of calcium and potassium, controls nerve impulses, and supports the communication between your brain and your muscles. This is how you create power. This is how you produce strength. Not just mechanically, but neurologically. Think about that for a second, because it changes how we approach muscle growth. If your nervous system isn't firing efficiently, your muscles can't perform at their full capacity. That means your strength is capped, your power is limited, your reaction time slows, your coordination suffers, and that's not because you're weak, it's because something in your biology is not being fully supported. But when you provide your body with this mineral consistently and in the right amounts, things start to click. The brain communicates more clearly, muscles contract more fully. You begin to feel that smooth, explosive force again. You recover faster, you sleep deeper, you stop feeling like you're dragging yourself through your workouts and instead start dominating them. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This mineral isn't just about movement. It's about energy. Your body's main energy source at the cellular level is something called ATP adenosine triphosphate. ATP is what fuels every action in your cells, including muscle contractions, tissue repair, and protein synthesis. But what most people don't know is that ATP is inactive until it binds to this mineral. That's right, ATP can't do its job unless it's paired with this specific element. So when you're low in this mineral, your energy levels suffer not just generally, but at the core of how your cells produce fuel. That's why you can sleep 8 hours and still wake up tired. It's why your muscles can feel heavy and slow even if you're eating right and getting in your workouts. It's because you're not producing enough usable energy. But once you start restoring this mineral through real, whole foods, that changes. You begin to unlock energy at the source. Your body starts running more efficiently. And the best part is, this isn't a quick fix or a temporary boost. It's a foundational change in your biology. Another major benefit, this mineral is a natural regulator of inflammation. After intense training, your muscles experience micro tears, tiny injuries that the body needs to repair. Inflammation is part of that process. But without the proper balance, inflammation can become chronic, slowing recovery and making your joints and muscles feel stiff, swollen, or even painful. This mineral helps your body modulate that response. It tells your immune system when to calm down, it accelerates the repair process, and it allows you to bounce back stronger after every session. So now we start to see the full picture. This mineral doesn't just play a background role, it's central to everything you're trying to achieve. From the speed of your neural impulses to the quality of your muscle contractions, from the energy that fuels your workouts to the recovery that builds strength in the first place, it's all connected. And the beauty is, you don't need a supplement bottle to access it. You just need to know how to bring it back into your system naturally, consistently, and intentionally. That's how you take your progress out of the guessing game and into your control. The mineral we're talking about is magnesium. It's not flashy. It's not marketed like protein powders or pre-workouts, but magnesium is a foundational element of muscle health, and chances are you're not getting enough of it. In fact, most people aren't. Over 70% of adults are deficient in magnesium, and it's not just a number, it's a silent epidemic that's holding back your strength, your recovery, and your progress in ways you might not even realize. Magnesium is often called the master mineral for a reason. It's involved in hundreds of physiological processes, but when it comes to muscle growth, it plays some especially critical roles. It regulates how your muscles contract and relax, which affects not only your strength output, but also your flexibility and range of motion. It supports protein synthesis, the actual building of new muscle fibers. And it's necessary for the production of ATP, your cellular energy. That means without enough magnesium, your workouts feel harder, your energy fades faster, and your ability to recover is compromised. You might feel this as muscle cramps, chronic fatigue, or restless sleep. You might notice it as that subtle sense of weakness in your lifts, or the way your body seems to take longer to bounce back from a workout. These aren't just signs of overtraining, they are signals from your body that a critical nutrient is missing. And the problem is, magnesium deficiency doesn't always show up in blood tests right away, because most of your magnesium is stored in your bones and tissues, not floating in your bloodstream. And here's something even more important. If you're active, if you sweat a lot, or if you're under regular stress, your magnesium needs are even higher. Stress, both physical and emotional, depletes magnesium rapidly. Training hard without replacing those losses is like trying to build a house with no foundation. You're doing the work, but the structure just doesn't hold. Now you might be wondering, if magnesium is so essential, why is it so easy to become deficient in it? One major reason is that modern diets are lacking in magnesium. Rich foods, processed foods, even some that are labeled as healthy, are often stripped of minerals during manufacturing, and even whole foods have seen a decline in magnesium content due to soil depletion. What that means is, even if you think you're eating clean, you might still not be getting enough, but the solution isn't complicated. It doesn't require supplements. It starts by making intentional choices to include real magnesium-rich foods in your daily routine. Because when you replenish magnesium consistently, you'll feel the difference. Deeper sleep, faster recovery, better strength output, and more balanced energy throughout the day. This is how you take control of your performance from the inside out. And when that internal system is strong, your external results become inevitable. The good news is, you don't need to rely on pills or powders to get the magnesium your body is craving. In fact, your body prefers to get it from food. That's because when magnesium comes from natural sources, it's accompanied by other nutrients, like fiber, healthy fats, and vitamins that support absorption and function. Real food delivers it in the most bioavailable form, meaning your body recognizes it, uses it, and stores it more effectively than anything you can get from a supplement bottle. So the question becomes, which foods actually give you that powerful dose of magnesium your muscles need? It starts with some simple, accessible staples that most people overlook. Take pumpkin seeds, for example. Just a handful can deliver nearly half of your daily magnesium needs, and they're packed with healthy fats and antioxidants that reduce inflammation, exactly what your body needs post-workout. Spinach is another powerhouse. 1 cup of cooked spinach contains over 150 mg of magnesium, along with iron, potassium, and vitamin K. These nutrients work synergistically to support muscle repair, oxygen transport, and bone strength. Add some olive oil and lemon, and you've got a recovery meal disguised as a side dish. Then there's dark chocolate, not the sugary kind, but real, high-quality dark chocolate, 70% cacao or more. It's one of the richest natural sources of magnesium and also delivers mood, boosting compounds that help regulate stress hormones like cortisol. And when cortisol is kept in check, your body stays in an anabolic or muscle building state more consistently. Almonds and cashews are also excellent sources. They're easy to snack on, easy to add into meals, and provide a balanced mix of magnesium, protein, and healthy fats. Pairing them with a piece of fruit, like a banana or apple, can give you a well-rounded post-workout snack that supports both energy and muscle recovery. Even beans, black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas are loaded with magnesium and fiber. They keep your digestion strong, your blood sugar stable, and your nutrient delivery system efficient. That's the thing most people miss. It's not just what you eat, it's how well your body can absorb and utilize it. And whole foods like these support the entire chain of events from digestion to absorption to muscle repair. One of the biggest mistakes people make is separating performance nutrition from everyday eating. You don't need a special regime or some secret formula. You need consistency. You need whole, magnesium-rich foods to be part of your regular rhythm, because that's what gives your body what it needs, not just to survive, but to thrive. It's not about hacks. It's about building habits that actually fuel your system. And when you make these foods a staple in your day, not once a week, but every single day, you begin to notice a shift. You recover quicker. Your energy doesn't crash, your strength output improves, and your body starts to perform like the high-functioning machine it was designed to be. Sleep is where real muscle growth happens. That's when your body releases growth hormone, repairs damaged tissue, replenishes energy stores, and balances the entire endocrine system. But deep, restorative sleep doesn't just happen because you're tired. It happens when your body has the raw materials it needs to activate those nighttime repair processes, and magnesium plays a central role in all of it. When magnesium levels are optimal, your nervous system can shift into a calm, parasympathetic state, the one that signals safety, relaxation, and recovery. That's critical because in today's world, most people go to bed still stuck in a sympathetic fight-or-flight mode. Their bodies are tense, their minds are racing, and their stress hormones are still elevated. In that state, even if you fall asleep, you don't get into deep sleep cycles where growth hormone is released and muscle repair actually takes place. Magnesium helps activate GABA, a neurotransmitter that slows brain activity and promotes relaxation. It also helps regulate melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycle. This means you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling like your body actually did the work of recovery overnight. Without enough magnesium, even 8 hours of sleep can feel like 4. You wake up groggy, inflamed, and unrefreshed, wondering why your recovery still feels incomplete. And here's where it gets powerful. Magnesium doesn't just help you sleep better, it directly improves how your body responds to that sleep. During the night, your muscles are rebuilt, your nervous system recalibrates, and your immune system clears out inflammation. If your magnesium levels are low, those systems can't do their job. You might still feel sore 2 days later. You might find yourself hitting plateaus in strength or endurance, and you might wonder why your body just isn't adapting like it used to. The missing link for many people isn't more sleep or better workouts. It's better sleep quality driven by mineral balance. Getting magnesium through real foods in the evening, like leafy greens, nuts, or even a piece of dark chocolate, can make a big difference. These foods don't just fuel your muscles. They set the stage for your body to do its deepest, most important work while you rest. Because the truth is, recovery is not a passive process. It's highly active, and magnesium is one of the tools your body depends on to do that work while you're off the clock. Getting enough magnesium isn't just about knowing which foods contain it. It's about how and when you incorporate those foods into your daily rhythm. Timing matters. Consistency matters even more. Because like anything related to growth, whether it's muscle or mindset, results only come when you show up with intention every single day. That's why I call it a protocol, not a rule book, but a rhythm. Something you can build into your life in a way that's sustainable and actually supports your goals. One of the most effective times to get magnesium is in the evening, ideally with your last meal or snack. This is when your body is winding down, preparing for recovery, and shifting into the parasympathetic state. Adding magnesium-rich foods here, like sauteed spinach with dinner, a handful of almonds, or a piece of dark chocolate, can help your nervous system relax and set the stage for deeper, more restorative sleep. It's a simple shift that pays off in recovery, energy, and performance the next day. Post-workout is another great window. After training, your body is in a heightened state of nutrient absorption. It's primed to take in what it needs to rebuild muscle and replenish what was lost through sweat and exertion. Magnesium plays a role in all of that. So whether it's a smoothie with some chia seeds, a bean-based meal, or even just a handful of pumpkin seeds after your session, you're helping your body refill what it burned through in training. And here's something powerful. Magnesium works even better when paired with certain nutrients. Vitamin B6, for example, helps drive magnesium into your cells where it can actually be used. Omega-3s, found in foods like walnuts or flax seeds, help reduce inflammation and amplify the recovery process. When you build meals that bring these elements together, you're not just feeding your body, you're activating its most powerful systems. This is where people often miss the mark. They treat nutrition like a checklist. Did I eat this food? Did I hit that number? But real change comes when you understand why the timing and combinations matter. Your body is constantly responding to what you give it. When you provide the right signals at the right time, growth isn't forced, it's unlocked. That's when you stop spinning your wheels and start building momentum. And the truth is, once you make this protocol part of your routine, it doesn't feel like a chore, it becomes part of your identity. So now you see, this isn't about chasing supplements or quick fixes. It's about understanding the deeper systems your body relies on to build strength, recover fully, and perform at its highest level. Magnesium isn't just a mineral, it's a key that unlocks the door to real, sustainable muscle growth. And the best part, it's already available to you, through food, through habit, through intention. When you give your body what it truly needs, it responds. Not slowly, not someday, but fast, because growth isn't just physical. It's cellular, it's neurological, it's biochemical, and once that internal foundation is strong, there's no limit to how far you can go.